Welcome everybody to Dialor's Soothing Tactics. Tonight we're doing an Eternal Evolution deep dive into none other than Ravenna, another SSS character. So I do not have her on my free-to-play account, but I can still pull this up. So Ravenna is an AOE character, SSS. There are currently two SSS AOE characters in the game, Ravenna and Luke. I don't even have Luke on my pay-to-win account. When I first started the game, and when you first started the game, you had a Luke and Ravenna banner, and you had an opening ceremony event, I do believe, where you possibly could get a Ravenna. But I only got her up to like red. I think red and 2 gems, red and 2 gems, or red and 1 gem. And then this next go around, just like last week, when they gave us another Ravenna banner, it was at the same time that we got the Return to Tower event, and I was very, very lucky to actually pull 2 Ravennas with 60 tickets, and then I got one from the Tower event because I had used 60 other tickets, I do believe, to get whatever the banner was at that time. I think it was Leo was the other banner up. Don't quote me on that one, but somehow I got her up to almost legend or almost immortal, and then you'll see on the free or the pay-to-win account she's immortal now. So, and she's awesome. So at the beginning, when you can, if you even have a couple copies, you can use her everywhere. But then you're gonna get to the point where she's just not cutting it. She's not strong enough until you gotta level her up. But once you do, oh daddy, she is awesome. She's very, 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 very awesome. You know, they say that Luke is better, but my money says Ravenna is the queen of AOE. So definitely a character you want to go for. We currently have, like I said, the 2 AOE SSS characters. It seems like they're doubling up on types of SSS characters. So we got her and Luke. We got Emma and Azina. We've got only the 1 Summoner SS. We got 2 Vanguards. We only have 1 tank. And we only have 1 healer. Am I missing something? Oh, and we only have 1 assassin. So it feels like they're going to be doubling up. So for right now, you're kind of, I think you're good to pick an AoE and stick with it for development. And my money is on Ravenna. So strap in and let's dive into Ravenna. Ravenna, aka Jinx in EE format. She is she's awesome, like I said in the intro. So let's dive right in really quick. So I've got mine at immortal. Let's go over the, well, first we're gonna do the talents, because basically anything that where it has attack, do it. For now I am skipping the defense and the health, but yeah, anything with an attack percentage or an attack flat I went for. And as always, just she's an SSS character, just get everything. That being said, and actually let's look at these sub-talents, because I don't usually read these. So when the user casts an auto skill to attack the same target, the damage of the next auto attack, so that's just a damage bump. When a spell critically hits, it will immediately reduce the remaining cooldown of this spell. Oh, so, interesting. Can only happen once every 10 seconds, but basically just reduces the cooldown when you crit of whatever skill crits. After the ultimate is cast, the damage caused by the next spell increases by 15%. After the basic attacks the same target 3 times in a row, the damage caused by the spell to this target is increased by 12%. So the sub modifiers, I guess I can call them, just basically reduce cooldown and add more damage on crit and more damage on attacking the same target, etc. So very, very straightforward. Get it all. She's an SSS, but if you want to save potions, skip the defense and the health ones. I think there was an accuracy one in there too. And now let's dive into her ultimate. Ravenna enters a frenzied state, temporarily increasing her skill damage by 20% and rapidly casting 1 instance of incendiary grenade and 2 instances of frenzied shooting at the target area. And the modifier, metallic frenzy enhanced, so the ultimate enhanced, cast another instance of frenzied shooting. So she's going to do 3 instances of frenzied shooting and 1 instance of grenade. And that's going to be, the damage is going to be wrapped up as well. So here's the incendiary grenades. Basically, her ultimate just casts some of her skills, but all together. So incendiary grenade, other skill, I think they call this, what do they call this? They call this like a non-ultimate skill or something, but Ravenna launches a incendiary grenade into the air. When the grenade explodes, it inflicts 63% attack as damage to all enemies in a 2-meter radius. So it was an AOE bomb. The grenade inflicts wound on all enemies, inflicting 10% attack as damage per second for 5 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So she's going to do an AOE attack, which causes stacking dots if they're wounded. I guess it applies wounded. So the modifier reads, increase the explosive radius of the grenade by 1 meter, and any wound or any applied wound inflicts 15% attack as damage per second and lasts for 7 seconds. Now I'm assuming that just means 15% instead of the 10%, and it lasts 2 seconds longer. So the modifier increases the radius of the AOE, it increases the damage of the dot, and it increases the length of the dot. So it must have, which you will have anyway. Frenzied shooting, this is where she's doing like the cone attack. Ravenna fires in a crazed matter in the direction of the target enemy, inflicting 90% attack as damage to enemies in a fan-shaped area ahead. When frenzied shooting hits an enemy affected by defense reduced or wound, so like if someone's got a damage reduction buff by like say Artis or Crete or Botmart, the rounds explode, inflicting an additional 110% attack as damage per status effect. So multiple times. So keep that in mind. Pair her with someone that applies defense down or defense reduced defense, and she'll apply the wound. And then the modifier reads, after casting the frenzy shooting 3 times, the next grenade fires 3 grenades. So it buffs her incendiary grenade. That could be on the ultimate. I'm assuming could be on just the incendiary grenade. I don't know, but it casts more of them. And her passive, tactical study. Ravenna increases her skill damage. So the skill damage. So like say this one says, what is it? 63% attack is damage. This one's 90% attack is damage. So if I'm reading this correctly, Ravenna increases her skill damage by 2% each time she casts a skill. So I'm wondering if it just keeps tacking it on to whatever the damage percentage is of those skills. Regardless, it ramps up the damage of her skills, stacking up to 8 times each time one of Ravenna's allies casts a skill. Increase Ravenna's skill damage by 0.03%, stacking up to 20 times. So that is only 6%, right? Like that. And then that goes up with the level breaks. The talent modifier reads, each time one of Ravenna's ally casts a skill, it doubles Ravenna's skill damage effect. So instead of 2 or whatever it is, 2.5, 3, it basically doubles that, and it stacks up to 30 times. Each one of Ravenna's allies casts a skill, it doubles Ravenna's, it damages the second part, the skill damage effect, stacking up to 30 times, so instead of 20. So that would be going up to 9% or 12% or 15% or 18%, depending on your level break and commander, right? So very, very cool. She is an AOE goddess, as I said in the introduction. Now let's look at her gear. So her gear, you basically want to build your Ravenna with around 70% crit rate, and then you want to pump up that crit damage, right? And attack is important too. So the hands, to get that crit rate up there, I recommend a crit rate hands. I've seen some people go all crit rate sets with crit damage on the hands. You can do either. You can go majority crit rate sets and then do crit damage gloves,
or as you see how I did, I went crit damage sets and I went crit rate gloves. Just make it fit for you so that you at least get 70% crit rate and as much crit damage and attack as possible. And then the secondaries, you see this one has a little bit of crit rate. It has 1 extra roll of attack, crit rate, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage. This one has crit damage, and this one has crit rate. So all of my pieces at least have either attack, crit damage, or crit rate, which is how you want to build her. So don't be pigeonholed into doing exactly what I do. Like I said, you can go the majority Sunfire or the crit rate sets, or you can go the majority crit damage sets. It's up to you. Just make the stats work, hit the numbers. Now, let's show you where she's good, and she's good everywhere. So the number one biggest place where you're probably going to get the most use out of her is Sincero Marsh. So we will show you. This is my Sincero Marsh setup. Nagrama, Botmart's putting defense down. Senway's just basically laying into the boss. Nagrama's going to help a little bit with the ads. And the nice thing about Ravenna is she is very good at switching and targeting the ads. Here, we're going to burn one of these for you to see. And the commander that you want to use with her is Rhoda. So look for a Rhoda, which you see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Look for a Rhoda that either gets like +2 to all skills, it'd be ideal, or just something with Ravenna on one of her buffed characters. And as you see, she's gonna like pull way ahead here because she ramps up her damage. So here's one instance where the eggs are at the bottom, which let's see how she handles it. She will switch right here. So she is killing. She didn't kill the eggs, but she's definitely gonna kill those ads. And then hopefully my tank / healer can get me all topped up. Yep, heal us up there, Maz. Okay, there we go. And so we had the second set of eggs are up, but the boss is already dead. So that's 15. Done, dusted. So use her there. She will be perfect there. You can use her in Disa Caves if you watch like Gig's videos. He uses her in Disa Caves. She's gonna be good in Ancient Altar. She's dying really quickly for me right now, but I use her in Team 1, which is the AOE team. So you can use her there. Guild Boss or Guild Hunt. Where is that? Guild Hunt. All right, Guild Hunt. You want to use her on the Spider Boss, which is almost dead. So let's just look here. Let's look. Let's see. I guarantee you the top guys are running Ravenna. Let's see this. 385. Yeah. So he's got Ravenna and Leo and Rez. Pairing her with Rez is very, very cool. You want to do that. So use her on the Spider Boss in Guild Hunt, which is an AOE boss. And then if you're watching this right now during the Christmas event celebration, she is very, very, very good in the Highway Robbery event, which is basically an AOE wave after wave of ads. This is the lineup that I run, and she does really well. I pair her with Rez, so she's just AOE, 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 grenade, grenade, grenade. She just goes the whole time, and I can make it to timer with this team. Not going to show you. You guys can go test that out yourself. That's about it. Well, I shouldn't say that's about it. Right now, Twilight Lands is going on, and she is an energy character. So you'll run into a lot of bosses, like you'll run into like the Sincero Marsh kind of boss, which spawns a lot of ads. Anywhere where it says that it requires an energy character, she's really good there as well. You will get definitely tons of mileage out of her there, and you won't regret it. So yeah, Ravenna. She's awesome. She's awesome. Luke, technically they say Luke is better, since he's applies defense down on his AoE, but if you can get them both, that is cool. But I could only focus on one, and she was easier since I got her in some event right when I launched. I think it was the celebration event, and then the tower event, return to tower event, also gave me a copy of her, and then I got really lucky on her pulse. So that's it, guys. If you have any comments or questions, put them down in the comments of this video. If you've made it to the end, put grenade in the comments. That'll let me know that you made it through 15-20 minutes of me rambling about Ravenna. So put that down there. I'll thank you profusely. Until next time, guys, cheers, peace, bye-bye.